Another kill production.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz. Man, talk about one of the best weekends of football we've had in not a while, because last weekend was interesting, but this weekend, it definitely was interesting. And that's an understatement because things that we didn't expect for it to happen, not on my end. Natural, I think you called every single game, right?
Giants won sold.
That was because you were a homer, you know that. But if you think with your brain, you probably would have went the Eagles.
Yeah, especially the Bengals game.
Yeah, like that. I didn't expect that outcome. I thought it was gonna be a much closer outing, like haymakers at the haymakers. But we're gonna talk about it. But each game was crazy. Each game had oh shit moment. And I think the right teams won, barring the circumstances. You know, we're gonna talk about each one of those. But you feel me? Shout out to the 49ers. They was the last ticket I needed to win. I won some bread the other day. I lost it because I bum ass Celtics yesterday. But we're gonna talk about that. I'm on the road to 10K. You feel me? On 10K challenge. So that's what I'm not giving up. Word. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna do it one day. I don't know. It's not gonna be today, but one day. But I'm your host, Natty Babs. It's my co-host, my brother, Natty Babs in the spot.
Yeah.
For me, interesting. Say the games that happened. We're gonna talk about each one, but before that, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. We got a couple more of these shows left before my hiatus, man.
Word. So before we guys start, you got Tuesday. Today we talk about the divisional round. Tomorrow we're gonna discuss conference championship weekend. I'm also gonna try to find the clip of Nick Wright because he actually made a great video this afternoon talking about who has the most to gain and who has the most to lose regarding who wins and loses and like the Super Bowl. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And man, we just talk about who has to lock in, and it's a good time. This is the most important games. It's a shame that our teams are not a part of it. But before we begin, we talked about it is what it is. We're on to next season. We drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'm kind of tired today, so
I got it.
You got it. Wait.
And let's get right. Oh shit. Oh shit. Bam. Saturday afternoon. Jags fall to the Chiefs. The Prince that was promised did not keep his crown. It was unfortunate, but they were playing with house money. They had some flashes, they showed some great things, but they knew that deep down they probably didn't have faith. Once those mental emotional things coming back 27-0, like that big comeback they did last week, kind of leave it all out there, and you kind of just not lay an egg because they did keep it close and they did a backdoor cover, but it's damn,
much to my chagrin.
To your chagrin, sorry, but you kind of just we got nothing else to prove. Let's use this as now because like the Jags they didn't know what they didn't know. They didn't know how hard it was to be in the playoffs. They never been in so since like 2017, so they didn't know. Trevor Lawrence never been in the playoffs in the NFL, but he's been in college, so that's fine. He never lost on Saturday until last Saturday, which is a crazy stat by the way, but whatever. But I think for next season they just gotta like just build on what they build on. Get some build a O line, build a defensive like especially the back end, and maybe like a solid linebacker in the off season. And I think they'll be because Doug Peterson's a great coach. So like they'll be right back because Tennessee's looking down in Indianapolis, Houston. So this will have to be their division for like the next like 10 to 15 years. So all things is pointing upward for Jacksonville. And the only thing with the Chiefs, they made it to another conference championship. 5 straight. Ever since Mahomes has started, he's been in a conference championship, which is crazy.
At home.
At home too. Like he's never been on the road for a conference championship.
Or a game.
Yeah.
He's never had to go on the road at all at any point of his career except for the Super Bowl. Well, that's a neutral site.
Like that's crazy.
That's the more crazy part. That's the more crazy part.
Technically, no, because when he played Tampa, it was at Tampa.
So it's okay, fine. But it's supposed to be a neutral site. But it wasn't. But regardless, that's the dominance that Kansas City has. I wish I don't feel like getting my jersey for it. But the dominance that Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, that's just Travis Kelce tying. He tied the most receptions by a tight end in playoff history, like in one game at 14. Like, dude, and you mentioned. I don't think you mentioned it. But the big takeaway: Mahomes got hurt. Mahomes got hurt. If you did not watch the game, how could you not? Come on now. But he got hurt in the second quarter. Like I was looking at the game script, and he got hurt in the second quarter. And then, man, it looked bad. Like, I don't know who tackled him, but he like just dead weight landed on his ankle.
Yeah.
Lucky because the same kind of tackle happened with Tony Pollard. The Tony Pollard broke his foot, like broke a tibia, like fibula.
His leg, yeah.
Broke his leg. So the same kind of injury happened with Tony Pollard, but it's a high ankle sprain. He's day to day. He's basically getting shot up. Like he's getting all the drugs, all of them. But yeah, we just mentioned it though. It's like the consistency. Like we talk about every week. We like, oh, this team is high, this team is low. Who we think is gonna happen? I think everyone penciled in Kansas City in this position, whether or not they was on the road or not. That remained to be seen. But everybody. Smart people put their money on Kansas City to be in the playoffs, or at least in this position. Now, us, or me personally, I was like, "Oh, Chargers have a chance to get them," and they had a chance. If they hold on to 27-point lead, it's a whole different story. But they don't, so that's neither here nor there. Mahomes getting hurt, and they still find a way to win. That and the same. The thing that I kind of was hesitant about was the run game.
He ran that thing.
I was like, Patrick Mahomes can be as great as possible, but can they run the ball? Yeah. Yeah. Kansas City had 140 yards rushing. I was like, okay. And shout out to Isaiah Pacheco. He finally had a great game after so long. Promising running the ball wise.
Oh, okay.
Like he had 12 carries, but every carry mattered. He had 95 yards rushing, and that includes that long scamper that he had. He had almost 8 yards a carry. That will work when you have an injured quarterback. When he can't move, all right, let's hand it off to him, and boom, let's get 5 yards. Let's get 6 yards. Let's get a big 40-yard run that sets up a touchdown for Travis Kelce. So it's like that's the kind of thing that run came with not Mahomes even in the game. It came when Chad Henne was in the game. So it's like, oh, we have a situation where we don't have to have Mahomes scrambling, running for his life. We can just have, it's a 39-yard run. Sorry. I just had to confirm it. But yeah, it's like you don't have to have Mahomes trying to be a Hercules like Superman. He could just be, the third best quarterback with 1 foot, according to Nick Wright. But the thing about shout out to Jacksonville, you mentioned it. They can only go up from here. They were 9-8. The year that was last year, 2-14. Urban Meyer being ass, just straight up, just being terrible. To now, yeah, you lose by 7, you backdoor cover. That is what it is. But they're gonna get Calvin Ridley. I don't know how much cap space they have, but they can just get more weapons to surround Trevor Lawrence. Clearly, he's the quarterback of your future. So he didn't have a bad game either. He didn't. It wasn't the worst game in the world. He had a pick, but the turning point of the game that Jacksonville's gonna lose. I'm about to find what it was. It was what was the score? I think it was like because Kansas City didn't score in the fourth.
I think they decided to kick a field goal instead of going for a touchdown.
Well, not that. It was like it's the start of the fourth quarter. Yeah. Okay. So the start of the fourth quarter, Kansas City. So Jacksonville scores. Boom. Then, what's his name? Freak. Kansas City scored after. You're like, all right, cool. They had a great kickoff return. Boom. So all right, they're driving. Jamal Agnew. They're driving. And all of a sudden, in the goal line fumble.
Right.
Goal line fumble was literally it's first and 9 at Kansas City's 9-yard line. So basically, it's first and basically you need 9 yards. Dump off. He gets 3 yards.
ETN, yeah, he fumbled.
It wasn't ETN. It was Jamal Agnew.
Oh.
Fumble. Then, because they're down at this point, I want to say 13 points, but they're driving. They're about to score, and then boom, they fumble. Luckily, they forced a 3 and out, and then they pick. So at that point, it was game over. So it's like, damn. No, I lied. They were down 10. Almost about to score. If they don't turn the ball over, let's say they don't get a touchdown, they go down 1 possession. Yeah. With so much time, but then they fumble, and then it all kind of. But Doug Peterson, great coach. Trevor Lawrence, great quarterback. They'll be fine. They're in a sorry division. I mean, I love the time. I love Derrick Henry, but unless you get him a quarterback and receivers around him, that's not gonna work. And that's just the way it is. Any final thoughts?
I wish Jamal Charles was in his prime with this team.
Oh my God! Wolf.
That would be like I just had that thought because like you mentioned Pacheco like having that nice run, but like Jamal Charles, like I just wish he was like a couple years younger, so you could like his time could mesh with the holes and all that, because that would just be OP. Because he's like one of the best running backs I've ever seen. But like he gets overshadowed by like Chris Johnson, Adrian Peterson, Reggie Bush, all that. But damn, he was that dude. So that's my only thought. But you're right. Because they got to run the ball, especially this week. They got the Holmes on a bum ankle. They got to run the ball. So Pacheco, McKinnon, maybe we see CEH, whoever. They got to run the ball. Because you can talk about the Bengals later, but the Bengals can't be gotten if you commit to the run early. Don't do it when it's too late. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
All right. Then Saturday night. So after that great game, we transfer to be honest, not great. I was mainly we literally had transitioned to put the fights on the main TV. It's like so my friend Corbett has a 4 TV setup. He was watching UFC fights in the main one. We still had the game on, of course, because you never know what happens. But Eagles, man, I was dead wrong. I was like, yo, they're gonna be one and done. They're not gonna win a playoff game. Jalen Hurts is cooked because he got hurt. And they shut me the freak up. They shut me up. They go right down the field their first drive. 10 plays, 5 minutes. Boom, touchdown. Dallas Goedert. Off rip. Then you get a turnover on downs. And then boom, another touchdown. And then a pick. And then I was like, oh shit. It was 28-0 at halftime. Giants couldn't do anything. Nothing at all. 3 and outs, 4 and outs. And then they finally had a nice drive to start the second half. It was like, okay, cool. And then they forced a punt. And then just like that game was over. It was quick, methodical, take care of business. That's all I got. That's Jalen Hurts didn't have a monster game. He had 2 touchdowns, passing and 1 rushing. But damn, they had 200. They had almost 300 yards rushing the ball. Now, is that gonna be paying dividends for next week? Maybe not. But they had 5 sacks. They were 71% on third down. Like, the time of possession, they led 35-25. It's like that's when I say perfect football. Yeah, they had some penalties, they had some punts, they didn't score on every drive, but like when they needed to, they held on to the ball, they didn't make mistakes, and they got after the quarterback. They protected Jalen Hurts. They showed up and showed out. And again, he didn't have a monster passing day. He only had 150 yards, but he didn't need to have a monster passing day. Kenneth Gainwell, 112 yards rushing. Miles Sanders, 90 yards rushing. Jalen Hurts, 34 yards rushing. Boston Scott, who always seems to go crazy against the Giants for some reason, always scores a touchdown. Every single game he's ever played against the Giants, he scored. He had 32 yards rushing. That's like, damn. And A.J. Brown literally had 3 catches for 22 yards, but it didn't matter. It did not matter.
How much Devontae had?
Devontae had 6 catches for 61.
With the tutty. Okay.
With the tutty. So it's like, yo, that's something that, like, that's what you want. That's exactly what you want. Dominant from day one. The number 1 seed, both of them. Yeah, Mahomes got hurt, so we'll see about his status for next week. But they got out to comfortable leads and, like, they took care of business. There was no, is this team going to come back and win? No, because even when Jacksonville was almost unbound to score, I'm like, they're making the game interesting. But I was not worried about them. I actually wanted them to score because I had the freaking over. But otherwise, I was like, Mahomes got it. I'm not really worried. Like, same thing with the Philadelphia Eagles. They proved me wrong. They shut me up. Now, I'm really excited for next week, for Sunday, because you got Niners versus Eagles, 3 p.m. That's going to be an amazing game. But I got the Niners, but spoiler alert, I'm fiscally a Niners fan because I have bets that are contingent on the Niners winning the Super Bowl. So I will be a really happy man if the Niners win the Super Bowl.
Did you do the 49ers Chiefs?
No, it was 49ers Bengals.
You should have done 49ers Chiefs as well. Both.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the boost.
No. Like the Nick Wright prop that he did.
No, I didn't do that one.
What? You should have done it.
Niners.
You should have done it just in case.
Nah.
I'm guessing I know where your loyalties lie.
Exactly. I'm fiscally. I've been a big Bengal supporter though. I've been a big Bengal supporter. Not a fan. Not. I'm like, who they baby? No. I'm a Bengals fan or supporter, and a Niners fan fiscally. My money. When the money resides, when the money resides.
Where the money resides.
Giants. Good story. Great story. Coach of the year. Great year. Overachieved expectations. But now the best 4 teams remain.
Yeah. It's tough because it's hard to disagree. Like they were at the point where like everyone knew deep down that these were the top 4 teams that were gonna be at the end. But how we got here is the main story. Giants, they kind of like they play by house money. They won a playoff game over I hate to say it because one of my team, the fraudulent Vikings. Everyone was like, the Giants could get the freaking Vikings round 1, give them a round for that money. Maybe get the 49ers round 2 with a rookie quarterback. Hey, maybe give him a game. But it happens. It happens. Philly, shut both of us up. I was like, they're about to get spanked. But I didn't say spanked, but I thought they were gonna lose because why would I jack Philly? No. What the hell? But it's weird. I was just like surprised. I was just like, they ain't had to do him like that. But for me, hey, they wanted to send a message in. For me, the message was loud and clear. Like, yo, we still here. We the one seed for a reason. And everyone had like the high hopes for the Eagles in the beginning of the season. I'm one of them. I had them like top in the conference because the schedule was so light. But damn, just damn. Giants, is Daniel Jones your guy? For right now, I would say yes, but deep down they know. Brian Dable didn't draft him. The GM didn't draft him. They know deep down, like, yo, we can keep him for now, but we definitely gotta look maybe drafting someone in the second or third round just to have that backup plan. Maybe Anthony Richardson. Maybe Hendon Hooker. Which, a lot of people not as high as the Hook man other than us two and Mr. Matts. But they gotta look for something. Maybe get Jimmy G. Maybe get someone. Because deep down, we all know Daniel Jones, per his limitations, though, like, he only teaches with art. Like, he only could. And Saquon definitely earned his contract. Whether it's with the Giants or with a new team or whatever, he's earned that contract. Don't let one bad playoff game against a hell of a good defense stop people from like, oh, is Saquon over? Nah, he earned everyone comeback player of the year in my book. But they're probably gonna give it to Geno because quarterback bias. Yeah, but that's my thoughts. All right, now the game I dreaded because
Can I go first? Cause I called when I say call this perfectly, bro.
No, I'm going first.
Okay, whatever.
Bro, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the end result. You feel me? Because I only picked the Bills because it's fade fuck Bengals on this side. Because they took out my Ravens, right? And they in my division. Fuck their prosperity. But really think about it, like, bro, they had home field advantage in the cold. Damar Hamlin is in the stands. That's like recipes for, you feel me, a team that's at home to really take advantage. But from start to finish, yo, it was no bueno. Like, the Bengals drove, lap touchdown, lap touchdown, lap field goal. Then before you know it, like, it's 17-7 in halftime. We like, goddamn. The running game for years now, and like, I'm not one for, unless you're Nathaniel Hackett, asking coaches to be fired, or like me or Greg Roman asking coordinators to be fired. But I'm not saying Sean McDermott needs to be fired. I'm just saying he needs to have a whole revamp of his philosophy, because you don't develop a run game. Literally, Connor Coward always says the stat, like, you take out Josh Allen's rushing stats, the Bills are in like the bottom 3 in rushing. That's no good. James Cook, I think he's good, really good. You got Devin Singletary, which, you feel me, he is what he is. But you have 2 serviceable backs, but yet you don't want to run the ball. You want to continue to Hail Mary passes after Hail Mary passes after Hail Mary passes after Hail Mary pass. Like, bro, come on. Play calling gotta be better. Josh Allen himself gotta play better. You can't. Everyone's saying like you're like the next, I forgot what Nick Ray said, but I'm saying you're the next Phillip Rivers. All these stats, all these accolades, but you're not getting shit done when it matters. You're buckling under the pressure. Diggs, and I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed because you didn't play well. Now get it. Receivers are dependent position, but you can't like last season. I think last time he had like 4 catches against the Chiefs when they lost. You had 3 catches. He's Eli Apple. Having him troll you on Twitter, him being a menace on Twitter. Hilarious, by the way, but not the point. But you want to be like, oh, I'm not okay with it. No one's okay with losing. If you're okay with losing, you're a loser. I empathize with that. No one's okay with losing. The fuck? Who would be? 1, 2, 3 Cancun. No, the hell? When you a dog like that, I don't know. You and Josh Allen are close, doing all these handshakes and mad cool in the regular season. But it seems like back-to-back seasons, when the time is money and money is time, you not stepping up either. The pressure's getting worse or something. Because it's bad. I know the receiver is dependent on the quarterback. If the quarterback's not playing well, then I don't know. But they tied to Josh Allen. His contract about to kick in. And it's going to be harder for them to build a team around them. Because I know they lost Von Miller. They didn't have Micah Hyde. They didn't. Tre'Davious White was coming off the ACL. All these excuses is not helping. Because when your defense slows down at some drives, forces some punts, you want to, or force field goals, you want to 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Have a good drive, holding call, bring it back. Run the ball, not at all in the first half, but as soon as the second half, so you want to run the ball with Josh Allen. The fuck? Consistency and play calling is there. I'll leave majority of the Cincinnati part to you, because I'm pretty sure that's where you want to go. I know you want to dig at the Bills as well, so I'm going to let you try that. But with the Cincinnati Bengals, I will say this, 2 things. 1, congratulations. Like, I'm not going to say out the big dogs. Hold on. Beat the Chiefs again? Then I'll say, not even. Y'all the big dogs in the AFC. I said it. Y'all the rated AFC champs.
Thank you.
Can I finish?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize for my outburst. I apologize.
Yeah, gang.
I'm trying to apologize. I'm sorry.
Y'all the big dogs in the AFC for now. But yeah, right now, until otherwise, y'all got the title. Because y'all beat the Chiefs, you beat the Bills, you beat the Ravens. Now, whenever you beat the Chiefs again in the playoffs at Arrowhead again to go to the back-to-back Super Bowl, no one can really say shit to say that. But that's the first thing. The second thing as well. I've said this. People might have slipped it under the rug. I've said this before, though. Enjoy it while you can. Because this all season will change everything for you guys. You got to pay Higgins. Joe Burrow's eligible for an extension. I'm pretty sure Chase next year will be eligible for an extension as well. You got something to do finagling of the contracts. And Mark Davis, or whoever's the owner, he said, I'll keep Burrow forever. He ain't say nothing about T. Higgins. He ain't say nothing about Chase. More likely he's going to keep Chase. Because, better package deal. But Higgins? Trade Higgins away for the draft picks, whatever. Because he has a high premium. To Chicago. Word. And temporary hiatus on the Joe Mixon slander.
I was gonna mention that too.
Okay, that's the last thing I'll say.
5 yards of carry. He doesn't do anything. 5 yards of carry.
Okay, I got it. So for this week, no slander on Joe Mixon.
That includes tomorrow.
That includes tomorrow as well. No, that for the rest of this, until he shows me who he really is, in my opinion, I will not give any Joe Mixon slander. Okay. I won't. I will say this though, and the last thing, and I'll definitely hand it to you. They got it. And I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. but it'll probably come back. Keep it going.
I mean, if you had remembered it, I was gonna say go for it. But
Oh no, I forgot. But when I remember it, I'll like when you're done, I'll say it back.
go.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Guaranteed. Drew Marshall. Guaranteed.
Guarantee. Ooh. Ooh. All right. I feel like Stephen A. when he was talking about the Cowboys. But when I say, ladies and gentlemen, or to two people who are watching this, when I say I call this exact thing, I called it. The reason why, first, I said the Monday night game that got canceled because DeMar Hamlin, that was looking like a rout. The same exact game plan that happened on Sunday. Bengals get the ball first, go down the field, score. Yeah, Buffalo got the ball back. Then this time they didn't kick a field goal. They go 3 and out. Go back down the field again. Score touchdown. It was not good. And you mentioned Joe Mixon. He had 20 carries for 105 yards. With 3 new offensive linemen. 3 new offensive linemen, not 5 all pros. Oh, they spent money on the offseason trying to get that offensive line, but the Baltimore Ravens showed, that offensive line is still basuda if you can get to the quarterback. Buffalo, I told you. Renell, why didn't you listen? I told you. Buffalo can't run the ball. They don't play good defense. They rely on Josh Allen too much. It's like when you have a sixth sense, you play so much Madden that you know what your opponent's gonna do, or you watch so much football that you see, literally when what's his name scored, when Jamar Chase scored the first touchdown when he was in the backfield, then motioned out to the slot, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's about to score because literally the camera didn't pan to it, but he did a post or skinny post and then got open, boom, touchdown. Because the linebacker was guarding him. I'm like, I see, like, there's a few moments in the game when you watch it and what's happening, you're like, oh, bam, that's crazy. And that's exactly what happened. Everybody I mentioned, Joe Mixon had 20 carries by himself. The Buffalo Bills as a team, 19, bro. 19 carries as a team. Josh Allen led the way with 8. Now, to be fair, the first, you get behind so much, you start wanting to throw the ball. There's no reason why Josh Allen should be throwing the ball 42 times. There should be no reason for that. Even in the first drive, 2-yard pass, 4-yard pass, then incomplete, deep shot, then boom. It's 3rd and 4. Why the hell are you having a deep shot? Why? No point. And this game was relatively fast. The first drive was 3 minutes long, and they scored a touchdown. And then the second drive, which was it was a long drive. It was 67 yards, 6-minute drive. But here's how I'm literally about to read you how it went. 5-yard drive, 5-yard run, 16-yard run, 6-yard pass, 4-yard run, 11-yard pass, 3-yard run, 4-yard pass. It's like those are the kind of things where like you're going to stop a bad offensive line, get after the quarterback. But they couldn't. They could not. Buffalo without Von Miller is no pass rush to be speaking of. Their safeties collided with each other. The secondary collided with each other for the DPOI. It's just one of those things where everything that could go wrong or to stop the bleed. Because if you say, Buffalo's defense, all of it. I said the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. You give up 31 points to Skylar Thompson. You give up 27 to Joe Burrow. Here's the thing. They played in the same elements. Buffalo was supposed to have the home field advantage. Buffalo was supposed to be going to a neutral site game against Kansas City. I told you last week, I say it again, the team that got screwed the most about the DeMar Hamlin situation. Of course, DeMar Hamlin's health is great. It's getting better. Cool. The team as a whole got screwed. Cincinnati. Cincinnati got screwed because they're supposed to be in Cincinnati. They're supposed to be the 2-seed Cincinnati hosting the 3-seed Bills. They were supposed to play Miami, not have to go through the bro. If you guys play right now, if you guys Ravens played the Bills, you would beat them.
Yeah.
Because as much as Josh Allen is fantastic, I'm not taking anything away from him. But I talked to Clark. I'm like, yo, I will not. So I will take Joe. I told him last week before the game started. I said, I'll take Joe Burrow over Josh Allen. He's like, but he's an alien, but he's a freak. I'm like, I don't care. I would take Joe Burrow over Josh Allen. I'm not saying he's a bum. I'm not saying he's bad. But until he learns, what was that, a whistle? What the hell was that? Anyway, until he learns that he can't be Superman. He doesn't have to be the freak highlight player that he wants to be. Mahomes was like that for a lot of the early part of his career, trying dumb shit, and it was just working. Then he had a lot of turnovers. Then Andy Reid was like, yo, I need you to dial it back because you costing us team winning. Mahomes learned, yo, let me take what the defense is giving me. And the only weapon that he has, you got Buffalo, you have Stephon Diggs. And the only one who shows up is Stephon Diggs. Gabe Davis, boom. Big catch that he could have had. Drops it. Decent defense, but just drops. Just drops. It's a situation where, like, at some point, you got to invest in the running game. You got to invest in the offensive line. But Joe Burrow has to go through that same thing. Not the running game part, but the bad offensive line. And yet, here he is, again, going against Patrick Mahomes. Again. Them two are leaving you in the dust. Again. The last 2 years, it was supposed to be the Bills. We had called Josh Allen an MVP the preseason. We both did. We was like, I don't know. I think I said Buffalo Bills versus Saints preseason. That's just a shame. And Nick Wright had said it perfectly. We, as people, as society, as football fans, gave so much credit to Buffalo for losing. For losing, we gave Buffalo so much credit. They added Von Miller. They had Jordan Porter, Micah Hyde, Tre'Davious White, Stephon Diggs. We gave them so much praise. You think, Josh Allen's going to take that leap. And he has. He's a superstar. But we gave them so much credit for losing against Kansas City. Then we gave credit for Cincinnati for actually going on and beating them. And they said, if we won the coin toss, we would have been in the Super Bowl. No, you wouldn't have, because I don't think you would have beaten Cincinnati. With the less weapons you had this year, you didn't have Von Miller last year. You didn't have him this year either. Cincinnati showed up and showed why I believe they are the best team in the AFC. When health, okay, obviously not when healthy, because Mahomes right now is hampered. But Cincinnati is on probably the longest win streak next in the AFC. They are 11 in a row. The Niners are like 12 in a row. So it's like, damn. That's why I'm hoping for that matchup. So the Niners, the NFC can surpass the AFC for the second year in a row, third year in a row, actually. But that's neither here nor there. Last point, Joe Burrow, Joe Cool. Is there any? That's it, right? What's known to have to be said? Second best quarterback in the league. Like, non-jokingly, it goes Mahomes, then Burrow, then Allen, then Herbert.
Allen?
Talent was? Would you want to have a team around? Yeah. Maybe I'll put Lamar when healthy above him. Maybe, but he has a propensity to get hurt towards the end of the season. He can't stay healthy. That's a fair question mark that's been going out. That's why the Ravens don't want to pay him. But quarterback rankings aside, I'm excited for the AFC bracket. I'm excited for the AFC Championship game because it's going to be one of those. Damn, because last year we were just Cincinnati, okay, but that was just one of those feel good stories. There's no way they can go in Kansas City and beat them, right? Like that's what a lot of people were thinking last year, and then they went on and did it. This year, they're like, there's no surprise. There's no surprise. Oh, there's no Cinderella story. This is the two best teams in the AFC going at it, and I'm all for it. I'm loving it. And lastly, man, if you haven't been on ESPN, for the last couple of days, it has been hilarious. It's been hilarious because, the Cowboys sold again for 27 straight years. Bro, they have not been to a conference championship game since we were born. Before we were born. 1995. Bro, we are 25 years old. We were born in 97. They have not been to a conference championship since 2 years before we even thought about. That's just mind-blowing, bro. Both our teams have won Super Bowls in that time frame. I don't know if you want to go with the Cowboys side. I'm going to go with the Niners side because I picked it. I called it. I'm also fiscally, those who join the show, I'm fiscally, monetarily, I'm a Niners supporter. Also, fun fact, 13 years ago today, Saints beat the Vikings to be in the championship, to be in the Super Bowl. So that's just a nice little fun fact for you, Shabazz. Fun fact.
I saw that on Instagram today. And I was like, this guy here. I knew he was going to bring that shit up too. But I was like, that's the kind of person you are. So.
Bro, fuck the Vikings. I say that every time I think about it. Fuck the Vikings. But now, Niners, the better team won. The better players made plays. Fred Warner was all over the field, making the case for the best linebacker in the league. I don't know how to say his first name, but Hufanga, the safety, bro, Palomalu-esque, bro. I mean, that's his mentor. He went to USC, just like Palomalu. Like Palomalu-esque, anticipating every single snap, making plays when he had to. Nicholas John Bosa, son. Nicholas John Bosa.
Yeah.
DPOI, bro. Defensive player of the year.
Yeah, Michael who?
Got locked the fuck down by Trent Williams, the best left tackle in the game.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, not his best game. But George McGriddle Kittle showed why he's the second best tight end in the league. No shade to Mark Andrews. He's great. He had a great year. Great years. He's been having a couple great years now. But when Lamar got hurt, they stopped throwing him the ball until at the playoffs. And I was like, oh, snap, there's Mark Andrews. George Kittle, when Jimmy G got hurt, he kind of turned to, oh, snap. That's why he's regarded as one of the best tight ends in the game, because Brock Purdy actually throws him the ball.
True.
The run game, not really existent. But when it mattered most, they ran the ball effectively against that suspect Cowboys defense. I can't even say suspect because they played their asses off. The one person, I'm not even going to mention because I'm on a high right now. I'm like, yo, am I Nostradamus? I'm Natty Damus? Hold on. I don't know. But all I know is this. I said it before and I say it again. When the Niners play the Cowboys, they would have at every point on the field the best or the second best player in the entire league. Oh, especially in that game, the best player on the field at any point. And it showed. Offensively, when the Niners were on offense, Kittle, Debo, Trent Williams, McCaffrey. Michael Parsons got locked down by Trent Williams.
Mm.
Trevon Diggs, he's chirping at Stephen A.
He does need energy.
Bro, keep the energy. He kept it. You had an easy pick. And you failed.
Not really an athlete. Pissed down his leg.
Yeah, man. That Kittle catch, bro. Shouldn't have been a catch. Trevon Diggs should have laid his ass out. But he didn't want to get flagged. But he should have gone for the ball at least. Man. And on defense, the Niners defense, man, they locked Dak the fuck up. Tony Pollard got hurt. That's fair. But their only scoring touchdown that they had came off a fumble on special teams. So it's like, damn, they couldn't move the ball like that. And every time they were trying to move the ball, the person, I haven't even mentioned his name yet. I'm not gonna mention. I don't have to mention his name because I know you're going to. It's just a shame. It's a shame. CeeDee Lamb, the only Cowboy that showed up on offense. The only Cowboy. Defense played as fantastic as you can play. And this is the second year in a row that if you scored, well, this time it was 20 points. Last year it was like 25. That offense, that the number one offense in the league. They're doing all this great stuff on offense. They had a 30 burger against the Bucks, the old aging Bucks, the Yucks, if you will. Side note, fuck the Bucks. But they had a 30 burger against them. They're riding high. They have the best offense left, quote unquote. And what happened? The one constant person that I even haven't mentioned yet, he happened.
Again.
I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm not saying you can't win with him because you can definitely win games with him. When it matters most, pressure either makes diamonds or busts pipes. And it busted his pipes.
Pause.
Big pause. I got nothing, man. Niners, Eagles, battle the trenches. The two best teams in the NFC going at it. We love to see it. Especially for the Eagles side. They're at home. Niners got to go on the road. We'll talk about all that stuff, the matchups and stuff like that tomorrow. But Cowboys got to do some self-evaluation because just like Buffalo, this was kind of like that last, like, damn. Because what's going to happen? You're going to keep Mike McCarthy. Zeke's getting older. Tony Pollard is your new lead back, apparently, because you don't use Zeke anymore. You have CeeDee Lamb, who's good, but no other receiver outside of him can make plays when it matters most. And you got a quarterback issue. I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying, do you want to keep him or did you pay him too early or what's going on? What are you going to do with him? There's a whole lot. And I'm glad I'm not a GM for the Cowboys. I'm glad. I'd have too much gray hair going on. But Niners, man. Ride the wave. Become fiscally invested. Niners they have the least odds to win the Super Bowl. The least odds. Get in there. Get in there when the iron's hot. But yeah, that's all I got.
Man, listen. It's unfortunate because we knew this was coming, son. We just knew. We just knew this was about to be inevitable, like Thanos. Because one, it's the same shit every year. Succeed in the regular season. Get the hype built around you. All these celebrities pumping up their chests. Go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. Got Michael Irvin on First Take every day. Skip Bayless on the street every day. How about them Cowboys? Every year. My old Micah. CD. Bro. Pack it up. Pack it up. And they got one thing a lot of people don't. They got playoff wins. They don't have championship though. You said it, 27 years, bro. That's a long ass time. I'm not even 27 yet. We 25, bro. We just turned 25 a month ago. Crazy. I'm not gonna talk about the 49ers. Big Brock, the Glock, Purdy. That's it. You know, English John Bosa. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying that whole season. And now it's nice to get that vindication. But that, I don't know, bro. And black man to brother. But, yo, it's tough to wrap your arms around them, bro. When you say the right, see the difference between, like, I could hate Philly, but I'm a fan of Jalen Hurts. Why? Because he doesn't say much, but he gets results. He's like Tim Duncan. I forgot. Someone said the analogy. I want to say it was Greg Jennings or Chris Broussard. Someone said he's like Tim Duncan. And ever since he said that, I was like, that's exactly who this guy is. Because the model of consistency throughout the whole season, he only said what he needed to say. He didn't say too much. He didn't say nothing less. He just said what needed to be said. Or he say, oh, well, this is not an easy road. We're worried about us. Short, simple, to the point, and it's worked. That gotta say all this extra shit. Jerry Jones gotta say all this extra shit. For no reason. And I'll say one thing about the 49ers, which is a mind fuck. Bro, they traded 3 first round picks to get Trey Lance. You know those first round picks would be additions to this roster, which is a Super Bowl ready roster for like the last 5 years. Like they don't have 3 pro ready college players. They didn't have one this year, next year, and the year after, which is insane. Because they still have their prime opportunity to even hey, they beat the Eagles, repeat as champions. They probably could have won last year against the Rams. Bro, it's crazy. It's insane. But back to the Cowboys. Zeke is washed. I'm tired of Zeke. Tired of Zeke. Pollard broke his leg. He should be back by first season. They better re-sign him or franchise tag him or something. Give him not a lengthy deal, but give him some money. He's earned that. Make him your lead back. Because we saw, once you're gone, they see your value. Once he left, second quarter, the offense was flat. And you said he only scored a touchdown off of the muff punt. They wasn't doing shit without Pollard. And once he was out, it was over. And Jerry Jones is the main one at fault because he thought, let me just trade Amari Cooper for a 6th round pick. You wouldn't think Amari Cooper would definitely have helped that situation. Key third downs, get those 30. Hey, say what you want about Amari Cooper. He is one of the most consistent wide receivers out. One of the best route runners, and he can always get a spot open. Whether it's a clutch third and 10 conversion, third and short, whatever, he's always open because he runs routes so beautiful. Defense, I have no complaints. Defense showed up. They had some mistakes. They had things happen. You feel me? It happens. It be like that sometimes. But, like, you can't let that affect you. That's fine. Micah Parsons, I don't want to hear shit about Lawrence Taylor. I don't want to hear shit about Brooks. I want to share about who else? Fucking any all-time line, like outside linebacker. I don't hear nothing like that. Bro, there's a reason. Bro, you played you played the Bucks last week. You had one good game in like the last like month and a half. And you want to be like, oh, you want to fucking old 49ers is who I want to play. And you want to get a pissy fit at Debo for retweeting that or using that as a slide and saying don't poke the bear. Immature. You lost. Because if you have won, I guarantee you, like, yeah, I said we wanted him and we got him, so what's up? Now we want Philly. Pumping your chest out like you won something. My brother, sit down. Sit down. Trayvon, talk shit to Stephen A. Saying keep that same energy. He did. When y'all lost. You want somebody to stop talking shit? Win the game. You don't gotta be able to keep like John Morant too. Oh, y'all was over there flip flopping, keep your same energy, bro. If you want them to stop, you want them to be on your side, win. Win and they'll shut up because they have no. Now if you win and they still talking, now they're hating. But Stephen A's been vindicated for the last 27 years. It's not he done nothing against y'all as players. He just hates the fans. Me, I got something against the players because y'all immature as fuck. Y'all worried about other shit that's not the game. Dak, you need to have a mental overhaul. The season's done. I think you should stop doing commercials. But you're marketable because you are the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. I think you should, if they do decide to trade him to a small market team so he can just worry about football and getting better at his craft. Because ever since he's been in the league, he's peaked his rookie season when he had one of the best offensive lines of all time, Zeke in his prime. And ever since then, he's been either consistently the same way or he's slightly declined with no improvement. So as much as you want to say the right things in the media, like you're a My Career character in 2K, trying to get your rep up, if it's not going to help you on the field, it's worthless to me. This all season, I don't know what you got to work on, but just lock in. I hope I don't see you in a lot of commercials next season. Because for me, that sleep number for me, as comfortable as it might be, it's not helping you win games. But I'm not saying I'm all for getting the bread. Get your bread. But you haven't earned your bread. You're getting $40 million a year for the same mediocrity that you've done since you got there. Bro, you haven't won no MVPs, no All Pros, nothing. It's tough. Shout out to the 49ers. I'm rooting for you guys tomorrow. Spoiler alert. Still fuck Philly. Just because it's a city. Just because the city they reside in. You feel me? But
Also, last little bit, Brett Maher, bro.
you lost yourself.
Oh, he gotta go. He got to go. Actually, so kickers is such a hard position because it's like when you're good, we keep you. When you start to suck, we want to get rid of you. Case in point, this dude, it got blocked, but if you watch it, bro, that shit was going wide left. That shit was going wide left. What do you do with him?
You don't keep him, man. You don't keep him. Which is crazy because like, I think he has like the most recorded 60-yard field goals.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying, bro.
When it's short, like you make the hard shit. It's like the definition. You make the difficult shots Hall of Fame, but your wide open shot is on freaking plastic. You can't make an open shot.
Yeah.
You really bombing 60 yards for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come on now. That's crazy. Terrible. Terrible. But we were so happy still. But we had to bring in a somber mood because like that's just the harsh reality that these teams have to face. I really saw a TikTok, shared it with Natural. Bro, Cowboys fans all over are in distress. How I was feeling last week when my Ravens lost is like that times like 10. I'm not breaking the TV, rolling over it with a car, punching it like I'm trying to break. Bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not damaging myself nor my equipment or nor things I own because of a team loss. The most I would do is if I'm overhyped, which I've done it before, rip my shirt like I'm fucking Hulk Hogan. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. That shit was hilarious. But I'm not gonna. Like, you can replace a shirt. You get a packet of them from freaking Walmart, whatever. But you don't break TVs, roll them over in cars, trying to get people tickets because your team lost. That's just excessive. And this is why Stephen A is vindicated because your Cowboys fans are just sore losers who take shit out of proportion. Your team lost a game. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. I cried. Pretty sure Natural in his own time when the Saints were officially out. Man, shed a little thug tear. But like it happens though. Not worth breaking a whole flat screen TV over, son. It's not. Yeah, I saw a clip. A whole family was just shocked and devastated. All of them had Cowboys jerseys on. They were just standing there shocked that they lost. And real quick before we close out, Mike McCarthy, I'm not advocating for you to get fired, but you might need to make some. Kellen Moore got to make definitely some decisions about his future. If he doesn't get a head coaching offer, you might want to reconsider keeping him, because that last play, bro, I've never laughed so hard at a play, at a design. And I was like, this shit not gonna work. They gonna do pitchy woo woo. If they had done that, but you literally got Zeke getting blasted as soon as the play starts, and then you give it to Turpin, his small ass, he gets blasted. So it's just like it's hard, bro. Turpin's a bum too. I'm not gonna lie. Turpin, you're not that guy. Probably stronger than me, faster than me, all that. That's cool. I'm just a commentator. I'm just an analyst. I just do this shit. Soon to be a data analytics. That's me. But everyone saw that lane. You want to run over Robbie Gould? So using your small, fast ass to fucking, if you don't hit that cut and hit that touchdown, it changes the whole momentum of the game. But come on, that's all I gotta say. You got anything else, bro, about the whole weekend itself?
I'm excited, man.
Oh,
I
I remembered what I wanted to say about the Bengals. You actually said it for me. They got cheated because I agree with you. It should have been both teams. Whoever was playing the Bengals, if either the Bills or the Bengals made it to the conference championship, that game should be a neutral site. I even agree that I would even say that the Bills Bengals game itself that happened should be a neutral site game. But that's just me. But it's hard because it just happened. I'm not blaming Damar, nothing like that. And everyone coming at Eli Apple for what he did, but he wasn't targeting Eli Apple. He wasn't talking to Damar. He was talking to Diggs and Allen. So all you soft Bills fans, hide in the table before you break it. Relax.
He talks so much shit though, bro.
He does, and I don't like him either. But when you want him to stop, beat him. Literally, that's why I think
those who wear the crown make the rules, as they say.
Like whoever has the power makes the rules. Doflamingo, One Piece. Like you want him to stop talking shit. Travis Kelce, cook him. Juju, cook him.
Even if he gets cooked, if his team wins,
he's gonna still talk shit. Exactly. So for me, you hope without injury, you hope the Bengals lose. I definitely do. But hey,
chill, bro. We talk about that tomorrow.
Bro, you're physically invested. I get it, but fuck the Bengals on this side, gang.
So you just doing this to spite me, huh?
I'm not doing it to spite you. I'm doing it to spite the Bengals. You just happen to be on that side.
Well, I just gotta get caught in the crossfire.
You gotta get caught in the crossfire. You know what I'm saying? Where?
Man.
Hey, man. But with that said, I mean, this has been a solid hour and some change. One of the quickest shows you ever done. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow, and we lit. But I'm Shabazz. That's not even us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
It's funny, I know about it. Certain to somebody.